Wednesday evening. It kind of has me thrown off because I usually meet with Rox and Charles on Thursdays. But hey, everyone, happy Wednesday. You guys are listening to an Author Talk Short, and we're talking with Rox and Charles about their new short story, which is award-winning, Nowhere But Up. So you guys, hey, how are you guys doing this lovely week?
Oh my gosh, it's Hump Day. We had to celebrate Hump Day with some sort of a great little fanfare for our short story.
Yep.
Absolutely. You know I'm for it. So here is the cover of Nowhere But Up, and I would love... Tell me what it's about, because there's a lot going on. I'm very intrigued. There's, the coding numbers going. What is that? Binary numbers, right? Coding. And then you have, someone dead in the street. So I am intrigued. So tell me what Nowhere But Up is about.
So it starts off with a couple of our favorite bad boys on the lam, on the run, trying to get away from the Venezuela security police. They have screwed up big time, and they're trying to get across the border to their next gig. They're consummate bad boys. They go from one thing to the next, and they meet the very last person that they ever hope to see again at the border, and it's something of a ruckus, and everybody's destiny changes based on that outcome.
So the nemesis that they come across is also trying to escape the country on a bus, and she gets off the bus, and her name is Genesis, and she grabs a guard's gun, and I'm telling you, the rest is very scary.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I'm a sucker for bad boys. So, Charles, you had me when you're like, this bad boy is trying to get across the border. You had me at that. But oh my goodness, because I know you guys write the Enigma series. You guys have 12 books. I know you guys have more to come. So I love these short stories that you're doing. You also have, Love's Enigma that's also in there. So what kind of was the inspiration behind Nowhere But Up?
Well, it's actually a backstory.
Okay.
It's hey, what happened to these characters? I mean, we're sitting around, we're chewing the fat, chatting about stuff, and Roxanne goes, "What do we want to do with those bad boys that in book 10?" So like, I'd like to know a little more about them. So
they're deliciously despicable.
And I love your word, deliciously despicable. You can tell you're a writer because that was so descriptive. I'm intrigued by just that description. I love it. That was great.
So they made their first appearance when they were dealing with the Venezuelan government and cryptocurrency. And that would be in the Enigma source.
Oh, and which number is that in the Enigma series?
That would be number 10.
Oh, man.
Okay. We're kind of proud of these freebooters, what we call them, because we had postulated the use of cryptocurrency in Venezuela to be able to salvage that country's economy. And lo and behold, before we got the book out, they announced that they were launching a cryptocurrency for Venezuela, exactly for the reasons we postulated. So it was like I had trouble getting my head through the doorways because we were so pumped by all of the the positive press along with that. But these are the people that we used in that book.
Man, see, I love it. You guys just find like relatable things that are going on and you morph it into a story. I mean, you just can't get more creative than that. And I love it. So speaking about cryptocurrency and that, kind of takes place in the book and stuff, how do you guys feel about cryptocurrency?
Oh, wow. It is such a disruptive kind of capability. Not only does it have a chance of shifting who has the monetary economic power in the world, but it also, if you look at the stock market in the last week, I mean, you can be desperately poor if you invested poorly.
Well, and then the other thing about cryptocurrency is it is the currency of choice for the darknet. So if you want to run a bad boy operation or a bad girl operation, they're equal opportunity employers there, just so you know. They pay in cryptocurrency because it's typically untraceable. That's not quite true.
Yeah.
Because you can break it, and they have done it. And there's been a couple of people that have this surprised look on their face when the FBI says, "Hi, we're here to arrest you."
I bet they are super surprised. So I think that I agree with you 100% in the whole crypto, currency thing, like Bitcoin and everything. It's just, I don't know. I'm one of those. I like to touch my money or my card so I know it's there. I don't just like it being out in the thin air where people could probably hack and take all my money. That's just me. But I also am interested to see, what are some of the, I guess, teasers that you can give us in Nowhere But Up and kind of the outcome that happens with cryptocurrency in Nowhere But Up.
So Nowhere But Up really doesn't deal as much with cryptocurrency as it does with creating this wonderful hacking network, stealing the resources of another computer.
Ooh, okay. And what is the name of that? Does that have like a special name like your other ones have?
Nope, it doesn't. But what it does do is the two gentlemen, Matthias and Halverson, are the guys that are trying to run out of Venezuela. Okay. Because the police are after them. And so when they find Genesis and she does this firefight and gets wounded, Matthias feels that she is going to pay him back for everything that she did in Venezuela to him. So she becomes his techno slave, I guess, for lack of a better term. But, in the thing, like she's got to hack and crack all of the different programs he wants, no matter what. He owns her.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But at the same time, she recognizes that she made a mistake, and there's reconciliation. There is, an evolving relationship between the three of them. To be partners, and they can't give up the freebooting crime. Ways, not crime, but they're at the edge of what's legal. And
no, they're over the edge of legal.
They skirt that line.
Over all they want to.
This is going to play in my favor, so I'm going to jump over here. And then, no, I wasn't doing anything. I've been on this side the whole time. What are you talking about?
But yeah, really have to read it to find out exactly how the dynamics shift from the beginning of the story when they cross each other's path and go, holy crap, to the end. And how that dynamic changes is really what I think is the fascinating part of this story.
Yeah, the character interaction is what we really enjoyed about this, because it gets them to stretch and push the where do we go with these guys and gal. So it's a fun exercise.
See, and I love that you guys do that, because you guys have, like I said, the 12 series strong, and I know there's more to come. So you guys are 12 strong in the Enigma series, but you also, you put out short stories and back stories to give more depth information for your readers,
right,
which I love, because I'm a huge fan of your techno thrillers. I have them. I love them. And I have read several of them. I love them. But I like, the little side stories, or it's, learning more about this specific character that everybody loves and kind of diving in deeper.
Right.
And you guys really, I don't even know a good term to say it. So you guys are writers, so you guys can help me out here. But you really provide your readers with enough, I guess, things to drink of characters and information and backstories that, they're never going to get bored with your series, because you always have so much going on and there's things always changing. Like we've talked about before, how, you guys use current technology changes and cyber things that are going on in the world, and you kind of imply them into your book. And so I think I don't know, I feel like your fan base is just have the greatest readership ever, because you don't ever cease to disappoint them, and you give them so much reading material that they have so many options to choose from. So how do you guys do it? How do you just be like, oh, we're just gonna write this short story about these characters? Do you just pick some, or how does that work for you guys?
So, thank you for saying that, Amy. That is so kind of you to even bring that up. We appreciate it. But, I think what happens in a lot of times with the short stories is when you're writing the book, you get to a point where some things just don't belong in that book. And yet, Charles wakes up in the middle of the night and he has his little pen by his bed, and all of a sudden the thought strikes him and he has to do something with the character.
Yeah.
And then he emails me the next day and says, "What do you think? I have an idea."
Yeah, the four most terrifying words in our vocabulary that either one of us can utter is, "I have an idea."
Those are dangerous words for you guys. Dangerous words.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Each of us recoils like, "Okay, what?"
Let me see. I'm going to stand over here in case I don't like this idea. So how many more short stories do you think you guys are going to write? Do you have a number? Are you just going to do it as you feel, or how many more is going to come out this year? I guess that's a better question.
So we actually are working on 2 right now.
Ooh.
That are going to be part of a contest. I can't tell you the names, I can't tell you the content, I can't tell you the covers, but we are working on 2, and we plan to, if you're available, Amy, on the end of June, we're going to get together and talk about them.
Yep.
You know it. You have my number. You know where I'm at. So I'm always down to help you guys get new content and stuff out there. I'm just a phone call away. But no, I mean it. I mean, you provide your readers with such great content, and you always have something that, and your series isn't one that you have to start with book 1 and go through all 12. You can pick up where you want. And so I am a huge fan of you guys. Your fan base is so loyal, and you guys provide them such amazing reading material. So thank you guys for being writers and putting out the Enigma series and Nowhere But Up, so thank you. But I hope everybody listening in the future now, I hope you guys all have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday and a great rest of your week. And, Memorial Day is on Monday. And so we're going to be spending that time kind of thinking about everyone that has given their life in service for our country. So Memorial Day is this Monday. You guys don't forget, honor those that have fallen for our country. But until then, you guys, Rox and Charles, thank you guys so much for coming on and dealing with my wacky, crazy self. So we hope you guys do good. I'm so excited about Nowhere But Up. You guys, the link is down below, so check it out and leave a review. That's the greatest compliment you can give any author, is to leave them a review. Until next time, this has been an Author Talk Short.
Thank you, Amy.